Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Thursday, April 12th, 11:39 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. This is your Friday the 13th update, and it's spooky. Here's your blizzard warning, snowfall totals, accumulations up to 22 inches. We're talking all of southern South Dakota, northern Nebraska, traveling here into western, southwestern Minnesota. That's the next 48 hours. Heads up, heavy snow, extreme fire danger, heavy weather, extreme thunderstorm and hail warnings. It's a trifecta of grand solar minimum awareness. Tornadoes, blizzards, and historic wildfire conditions. This weekend's triple threat coming from CNN. Spring is a season of change and typically brings some of the wildest weather across the United States. Boom! How about April blizzards? Major storm brings heavy snow and strong winds and hazardous travel across the U.S. We're going to cover this quickly here. A powerful late season winter storm named Xanto. They are 2 letters away from starting over again. Thank you, Weather Channel. It's going to sweep across the United States this week with some very heavy snow, incredibly strong winds that have ripped apart the barn again tonight. The heaviest snow is expected from the northern plains to the upper Midwest. Strong winds are expected to create blizzard conditions in some areas. Are you me? We have 225 counties under blizzard warnings in 6 states currently, and this is going to move to the east. Some blizzard warnings. There are blizzard warnings covering 8% of the country. This is going to move to the east. We have fire weather and fire watch, red flag warnings throughout the entire southern portion of the U.S., and this is just the beginning. What's the Weather Ready Nation saying? Powerful spring storm brings numerous impacts across the U.S. through the weekend. The storm will bring heavy snow, blizzard conditions, strong winds, and significant icing from the plains eastward to the upper Great Lakes. It looks like northern Michigan is going to get crushed on this one. Especially, there's a multi-day event happening here. Let's go to the GFS models quick. I'll let it run through for you. Take a look. So the first heavy snow band is going to begin now. Moving through Montana into North Dakota, dropping down into South Dakota quickly, rapidly intensifying here where we can see a foot of snow falling in the next 12 hours. It's going to slowly move its way east. 24 inches showing up by Monday morning, midnight. So Sunday night, Monday morning, upper Michigan looking at 24 inches on the ground. We don't want that. Let's just move the model through and take a look at how much snow is falling. Second event comes through here. By next weekend, more snow is falling in the same exact region. Doesn't look good for planning, folks. 16 killed and 100 injured as storm hits northwest India. 80% crop loss. Are you listening, Christian? Put it on the map, Ice Age Farmer. You'll get links to all this. What if the ocean's climate controlling conveyor belt came to a halt? Could it be the day after tomorrow? Could it be the grand solar minimum? Freak floods, drowned buildings, bone-chilling air, flash freezing pedestrians. That's science fiction, right? I'm sorry, folks. There's a paper coming out. Observed fingerprint of a weakening AO overturning circulation. This is the AMOC slowing down. So I'll leave you links to this and what would occur. 3 holes just opened in the sun and the earth is being slammed with geomagnetic storms. Coming out from Science Alert. Total nonsense. Hogwash. Come over to spaceweathernews.com. We're barely in geomagnetic storm. We were 48 hours ago for just 3 hours. KP5. Which is a G1 storm. We are now in geomagnetic instability, and it looks like it's going to fall back down. Nothing to see there. We do have quite a nice aurora watch tonight. Check it out. Northern Canada, go outside, see if you see anything. Frequent spotless days start to signal the start of a lengthy deep solar minimum phase. This is coming from eham.net. I'll leave you links to this, the K7RA solar update. is suggesting we're about to go into a very long minimum, which we have already been predicting here for months. The spotless period of this solar minimum for just this cycle 24, could last well over a year. We're predicting 18 months without a spot, starting sometime in 6 months. So we'll see how it unfolds. This is coming out of Slovenia. Health risks of cosmic rays. And I think it's important that you guys take a look at this. Just coming out in January of 2018. It's a very comprehensive paper. And you can wade through it and see if it helps you figure out what we're in for here. Because you know what we're predicting with the cosmic rays increasing for the rest of your lifetime and your children's lifetime. It's important to start to bone up on the health risks for cosmic rays. Quick look at the sea ice thickness for yesterday. Epic. It just touched the line for 2015, and we're going to pass it in the next 48 hours. We'll watch it closely. Rapid Arctic sea ice volume increase. Quakes of note, 5.1, Iwani, Japan. Nothing else significant except right here we have a 3.0 at Mount Rainier. Heads up, Cascades. These other two quakes in California are by the geysers. So we do have some uptick in magmatic movement on the west coast there. Worldwide volcano news. Aoba, ongoing low-level eruption. Dukono, Sakurajima, Sabankaya. Come over here to Volcano YT. We can see Sakurajima is currently erupting slightly with volcanic ash emissions. Popo was very active an hour ago, and they have lots of footage of Popo. So come over here and support them. We'll leave you links to that. Oh, I showed you this paper that has been going around the last 3 or 4 days since it came out. Well, we delved into it here at the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, and we've uncovered some nonsense going on here. TransDigm Corporation, iRay Spectrometrics, and the Florida Department of Health put this paper out, which isn't a legitimate journal, unfortunately. Currently. It's currently in the journal. Probably be retracted for what I'm about to show you, which is mind-boggling. Come down here all the way at the bottom of the paper. Right above the acknowledgments. Author's ethical statement. There's nothing ethical about this paper. Environmental Voices and its donors for providing funds to the laboratory and publication fees. We thank Geoengineering Watch for locating an individual whose gift, along with other contributions, in part made possible this pile of garbage. And then if you come and check the references here. Reference 1, we've talked about. It basically says there is no covert geoengineering. And also, reference 3, we've talked about it. Quantifying expert consensus against the existence of a secret large-scale atmospheric spraying program also proves there is no large-scale spraying program. Now, the lead author on this paper, Marvin Herndon, check it out. There he is. He looks legitimate, doesn't he? Look, he has a lab coat on. He wore a tie. Look at those Bausch and Lombs. This guy's pimping. No, he's a complete D-bag. His last paper, flawed chemtrail paper by Herndon, was retracted. But everyone didn't hear about the retraction. They saw it in the publication. It was retracted because it's garbage. I don't know how these pseudoscientific cranks are getting published, but all the anthropogenic global warming community are also cranks, and they're getting published. Here we are debunking Herndon's geoengineering articles in Current Science from an Indian journal, where he lies about figures, simply manipulating the data. His data is totally false. Garbage. He fakes data like Dane Wigington, and it gets retracted because it's garbage, because it's fake. Why would you need to fake data to prove chemtrails? Hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. There's a blizzard going across the country here. There is no planning happening soon in the upper Midwest. We have another year or 2 or 3 or 4 as we descend further and further. If the sunspots stay at 0 for 2 or 3 more years, the next 2 winters are going to be the end of crops in most regions. We're seeing up to 80% losses in India tonight. I didn't make that up. I shared you the article. And as all of our predictions come true, you are here, right above 30.5. And if a large volcanic eruption happens, like Ambe, which they didn't tell you about on April 7th, releasing more carbon dioxide than humans burn in a decade in 3 days, then the planet is going to rapidly cool. So as soon as the VEI 7 goes off, guys, it's 48 hours and then game over. Be safe, everybody.